Hey guys, I am going to do a tutorial on if I were a peach Bellini, and if a peach Bellini had blonde hair and blue eyes, what would they look like? Hopefully they would look like what I did, which is very sparkly and shimmery, so I hope you guys liked it. I have already prepped my eyelids with Urban Decay eye primer, so just clean sweep, and yes, I do my eyes first. I'm messy. I like having fun with it and doing as fast as I can, and then going back and cleaning up and making the foundation completely flawless. So the first thing I'm going to do is, where did my brush go? I'm going to take Orange Soda, which is that guy right there, by Anastasia, and I'm just going to swirl it around, and I'm going to have to get an up-close mirror with my old age. So just dust it off and just start going all over your lid. So crease, lid, everything. Boom, 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 tap, tap, tap. And I'm gonna try to look at y'all and do this at the same time, and it's really difficult. But just keep putting the Orange Soda on. I like this color because it's a nice transition color when you're doing something within like the burnt oranges or burgundies, mahoganies, all of those colors. And the Orange Soda is a really easy transition color, and it's also just pretty on its own with a nice like coral lip. It's really pretty for summertime and a really soft shade. So just keep going until you get your desired pigment on your eye. I feel like this one eye is a little bit lazy. It's not working with me right now. But I'm just gonna keep going over it. And I like to do little windshield wipers, and then I'll just kind of like circle it. So just woo, 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 circle, circle, circle. Okay, once you get that color on, I am going to go another Anastasia color. This one right here, it's called Blazing, and it's a really pretty burnt orange color. And this color I am going to apply with my Elena Badru brush. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It's probably like Elena Badru, but whatever. This is it. Okay, and it's her only little fluffy white brush. She only has like 6 or 7 brushes, I think, so it's very easy to find. And this one, you're just gonna go in the crease, and that's it. And just really work that color into the crease. And go back, dot, dot, dot. And windshield wiper, working it into the crease. And you're not gonna wanna go above the crease because that's where the Orange Soda is. So that's how you're gonna get that nice, soft transition color. I'm gonna have to put down this and really get in there. So, ignore the funny faces, we all do it. I'll come in your bathroom and look at you doing it. So just keep going until you get the desired crease color. And I know a lot of people can be a little bit weird about putting like an orange or something like that on their eye, but it's so pretty. And you can go to a bar and be like, hey, wanna drink me up, baby? Just don't do that. Bad advice. That's why I was single for so long. Okay, so just keep doing that. Okay, whenever you hit the desired color, I'm gonna go back a little bit with, this is called Amaretto, and this is by Miss Jaclyn Hill. Everybody loves Jaclyn. So just tap it and just start to blend everything in. And I will tell you guys what brush I'm using in 2 seconds. I am using another Elena Badru brush. She's fabulous. Okay, so next, if you guys don't have this palette, you need it. Look at how beautiful it is. It is the Hidden Treasures palette by Dose of Color. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, like, those colors. I don't want to blind you guys by going, ah, but they're absolutely beautiful. So there's a color on here called Locket, and I'm just gonna dab it on my brush. And again, start blending everything in just a little bit. I really like to layer a lot of colors, that way you get a lot of depth, and it closed on me. That way you get a lot of depth and everything is just like a little bit softer. I'm a huge, huge blender. Okay, as soon as that's done, you are gonna take the same color blazing that we put in the crease, and we're gonna start to smoke out the underneath. Sorry, I was totally blocking y'all. So to smoke it out, and I'm not scared to go heavy underneath. I actually like it. I like going smokier on the bottom than I do the top. It's my own personal style, but I am using a Bdellium pencil shader brush to do that. And just keep going back and forth. Again, you don't have to go this thick. That's the best part about doing ice first, is that if you think that you've went a little too low, you can clean it up, but I love that sultry, smoky look. So keep going. And I'm not completely, I'm not completely going all the way in. Just a little. You notice I'm leaving this area a little bit clean. And then just one more chance. I'm gonna go, one more chance. I'm just gonna go right up in here. And the outer corners only, again, I'm still sticking with the color blazing. And just kind of deepening that. That's all. So many brushes. Okay. Now, the next thing, which is what you're gonna get that really good shimmer, is this is Marc Jacobs in, we're using Volver today. I'm a big fan of Honey Bunny, so I usually go between Volver and Honey Bunny, but either way. So you can apply this with a brush, you can apply it straight on. I'm gonna use a brush today, but again, this is the same shader brush that I use underneath, and it is Bdellium number 780. And y'all, if you look underneath my description, I will have a list of all the products that I use. Okay, so to get that like peach sparkling Bellini shimmer, just start dabbing it, and this does not have to be clean. Like when I do this, I am actually pretty messy with it. So dab it right on the lid, and again, I'm a dabber. Okay, bring it just a little bit in the inner corner. So just so you can see, I'm not being clean with it whatsoever. Again, be messy, it's a lot more fun. Okay, get a little bit more and start dabbing. And these as bases are great. They're great on their own. I think I have like every color of them, and they're so easy and so fun and so pretty. And during the summertime, they're great. But again, I don't shy away from shimmer. I don't shy away from shimmer even in the winter time. So I'm all for it in the winter time too. But these little things, and they kind of feel like ice on your face, and it feels really nice and cooling. Okay, so once you get that on, and the best part with these, like I've messed up and had to like go back and add more, and it's fine. That's why they're great. Okay, so after you finish with that, you are going to take your Hidden Treasure palette, and we're going to use the color Diamond. So we're going to use Diamond mostly on just the inner corners. And by layering it over the Marc Jacobs and Volver, it really picks up like the beautiful color that Diamond is. It's a little sheer on its own, but with that underneath it, it picks it up so nicely. Okay, and then do the other eye right on the inner corners. All I'm doing is just trying to get that perfect for y'all. Okay, so the next, where did my brush go? Okay, so the next color that we're gonna use is going to be Henna by M.a.c. It's a beautiful, like, copper, shimmery, sparkly color. It's absolutely stunning. And I'm gonna be using the Morphe brush in M324. Got caught up. Okay, so this one we're gonna put on all over the whole lid and just melt it into the color that we already did, the diamond color. So again, we're going over the whole lid. And just barely doing it over the diamond color. So this is what's gonna give you that sparkly peach Bellini look. Okay, so as soon as you have that on, only to give you like the tiniest little like lighter pop, I am gonna use Gemstone and the Hidden Treasure. I'm telling you, this palette's amazing. You'll wanna use every single color. It's so pretty. And then just dabbing it right there on the center of your lid. Again, get a little bit more Gemstone. And dab. Perfect. And then just to make sure that everything is like really balanced out, really nice, we're gonna go back to blazing, same brush, and just smoothing it over right there, so that way there's no, you know, crazy, like not blended anything. Again, just little windshield wipers. And ladies, biggest pet peeve, never pull your eye down to the side. That changes your eye shape. If you lift it up, you can find your crease and you're not gonna change your eye shape. So practice doing that. And also when you pull it down to the side, it causes wrinkles and we don't have time for that. It's not good. Okay, then just take a clean brush and just lightly buff everything over. Okay, perfect. Super easy. I know it might have seemed like a lot, but it's actually very simple. And now I'm going to be a really bad person and I'm just going to wipe away, because to be honest, my light is blocking it, but oh, whatever. Just kidding. So yeah, so just dab a makeup remover. Clean the residue up. And then you are ready to start your face. So before you do concealer or anything like that, you do need to prep your eyelids so that way they are a little bit softer and not as dry. And today, this is an amazing product. I love this eye cream, especially for during the day. It just feels so nice. It is the Volver Dermacellular Eye Cream. The coolest part, this little thing, it's a cooling aspect. So you just pump it and whoopsie daisy. So all you're gonna have to do is you're going to pump it and you can just rub it on. I mean, it feels so good. You're gonna wanna do it for 10 minutes. So after you rub that on, then I just rub it in with my fingers. That way we're all ready to go. And I've already put moisturizer on my face, but the next step is going to be Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector. I love this stuff. I've used it for years. I use a lot of it, but it's so good. And you're just gonna put this all over your face. I told you guys I like a lot of it, so stop judging. Okay, and you are gonna wanna make sure that your beauty blender is damp in case if you forget. Okay, after you get that on, again, I used it the last time. I love this stuff though. M.a.c Cosmetics CC cream. Just a couple of dabs. And I am like white right now, that's why I'm using light. I normally use medium. I need to get a tan. Okay, so just keep dabbing. Make sure you're getting up into your hairline, but don't ever, especially for blondes, make sure that you're not getting too much into your hairline because your hairline will be orange, and that is so not good. Okay, so after you get that blended in, we're gonna move on to concealer. If I can find you. Again, M.a.c Cosmetics, it's what I used the other day, but it's just so good. I have a few concealers. I am gonna do a tutorial with M.a.c Cosmetics. I love their concealer, it's absolutely amazing. I thought that was Logan coming in. Hi, babe. What are you doing?
Just looking at all that changes.
I changed our bedroom today, so I heard him creeping around being a creepy person. He's camera shy. So just keep dabbing the concealer all the way around. And then once you have enough, depending on how well you've slept, dab it all over with your beauty blender. And again, make sure that you're getting those inner corners, because if not, it's gonna look a little bit undone. And that's why you need to get them. Okay, and I need a little bit more. Okay. And again, once you get your desired coverage with the concealer, you are gonna wanna set everything with powder. I told y'all I hate powder. It's horrible. But we also don't wanna be shiny. So, well, I do, y'all probably don't. But take your brush, I'm using a M.a.c Forever NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. Dip in it. Y'all will probably rarely see me change powders, to be honest. I've used this one since it came out, which I think was like a couple years ago, and it is 100% my absolute favorite. So I will not be changing. And I am just kind of dabbing it all the way under and around my nose. And if I'm working on clients and people that are oily, I do like different powders. I will do a video on just what powders I like for clients, but this is the only one that I like for me. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is highlight. So I am going to be using Jaclyn Hill's new fabulous champagne pop situation. All of the colors are absolutely beautiful. This brush, my friend Sydney got me from Japan, and it's so nice and fluffy. It's Rosy Rosa. It's so nice. So I am going to take a little bit of the Prosecco pop and champagne pop, mix it together, and start dusting over my nose. I love a good shiny nose, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but the shiny reindeer. And then going above my lip and a little bit on my lip. Dusting the highlighter above the brow bone. And again, I'm mixing both shades. I'm doing champagne and Prosecco pop. And right above the cheekbones. I don't want that to fall. And I like to get this little area and make sure that I'm really like buffing it in, because if not, it can look a little patchy sometimes. Do a little bit on your chin. And again, I like a good amount, y'all know I do. Okay, so as soon as you're finished with that, you are going to start contouring just a little bit. This one, I've used it, as you can tell, for a very long time. It is the Tom Ford bronzing powder in Gold Dust. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was pretty expensive. However, I have used it for a very long time, and I absolutely love it. So I am gonna use another Elena Badro brush, and it's her contour brush, and I'm just gonna come down the edges of my nose, just to kind of like bronze up the face, give it a little contour, like a bronzy contour. And then just holding back and dabbing. I go between dabbing and circular motions. Everybody's different. I just am always somebody that believes like you get the most product out if you dab it and then go back and twirl it out. And you never want to push too hard whenever you are putting on powder or shadow, whatever it is, anything that needs to be blended. You don't want to press hard, because whenever you press harder, it makes it it pushes the product in place, and it makes it not as easy to blend. So the lighter touch that you have, the easier it's going to be to blend. So just a little side note on that. And then little tiny circles underneath your cheekbone. Around the chin. And yes, y'all, I had to cut off my nails. They got hooked on a pillow the other night, and I screamed in pain, and now they're short and they're ugly, and I don't like them. But I am gonna let them get a little bit stronger, and then I'm gonna put on my acrylics again. Okay, and then make sure you do, I love the voice that I make when I do that. Make sure you do this. That you are bronzing your neck. I'm very pale right now, like I said, so I have no choice to. And I love, so by using like a little bit more bronzer, I will do a bronzed look with like a bronzy eye and everything, but this is definitely more of a peach eye and bronzed again. Now for the cheeks, where did my cheeks go? I am gonna use Rose Spritz from her palette. Honestly, this whole palette's absolutely fantastic. It's gorgeous. I used Amaretto for a shadow the other day. It's so pretty. So just take your Rose Spritz and smile, and just do the apples of your cheeks. And this brush, again, it's Elena Badro. First of all, I feel like me and Elena should be friends, because clearly I use her brushes a hell of a lot. And I think she should be my friend because I support her, but whatever. It's cool, Elena, do your thing. Anyway, so after you get on a good amount of that blush, I go back with Amaretto, which is again, a little bit more of like a darker peachy nude. And I put it on top of it, and I know, trust me, this looks crazy right now, but we're gonna blend it out. So don't worry. Okay, after you do that, where did my blending brush go? This is a Bdellium brush in number 557. And all I'm gonna do is just buff this out. Again, if you're not a big blush person and you have, if you have rosacea or like not necessarily rosacea, but just a slight redness to your skin and you don't like it, just use amaretto. It's a great neutral color that will be just as pretty. Okay, so on camera it looks like this isn't as much, but I promise in person it's fine. Okay, so next, where did my lip liner go? I am going to be using M.a.c Oh Honey lip liner. And we're just gonna draw a little bit over the lip line. And I love this color. This has been one of my favorite colors from M.a.c. I love it. It's a beautiful neutral. Now we're going to be mixing some colors. So Barely, you can't even see that. It's called Barely, and it's by Urban Decay, their new Vice collection. And this is a very, very creamy, pretty pigmented, peachy nude. So that's what it looks like by itself. It's fabulous by itself, but look at what this does to it. We have the color Whip, which I think is sold out at a lot. You might be able to find it at your local stores or just like maybe from Ulta or some other place, but I know on Sephora online it is actually sold out. So I'll try to find a link that it's not. But this color is a very soft shimmer, and it just kind of warms it up just a little bit. Ooh la la, perfect. I love it. Okay, so next, doing my brows, Anastasia. You guys watched me do them the other day. I'm trying to get this video under 30 minutes, so we'll see how good I do. So just lightly fill in the bottom. Okay. Now keep in mind, nobody's eyebrows are completely even and perfect. I don't care who you are, everybody's is a little bit different. So I know you probably heard the term like eyebrows are sisters and not twins. It's so cliche, but it's actually so true. So keep that in mind if you're like doing an eyebrow and you're like, oh my God, I just want it to look like the other one. It rarely realistically will. Like one of mine is always a little bit different, but you know what? I'm human, so whatever. A little dark right there. And you ever get dark in places, just kind of like smooth it out. I feel like if I don't get them completely perfect, y'all are gonna yell at me and tell me that I suck. So let's try not to have that happen. Okay, next I'm gonna finish off with mascara. And this is a beautiful color. This is the YSL Vinyl Couture, and it's like the amber rose color. It doesn't even have the name of it actually. But yeah, it's the Vinyl Couture. And it's like a really pretty brown with a shimmer. So I'm just gonna put that on. And I'm not usually into like that many colored mascaras, but I will say the whole Vinyl collection, they have beautiful like blues and greens, and I think there's like a plum, and they're so pretty. And I've been an advocate of YSL mascara forever. I use Shocking a lot, which I used the other day, but their mascaras are just so pretty. And then I am gonna do a little bit on the underneath. And I know that I said that I don't, but I do on this leg, so just leave me alone. Stop bullying me. Okay. So after you get that on, before I do my eyelashes, I do like to set my makeup with Tatcha Luminous Dewy Mist. So close your eyes. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. That still smells really good. Now I am going to apply my false eyelashes. The eyelashes that I'm using are Flutter lashes. I will try to find the name of them. Honestly, I've had these, like, the best part about Flutter is, I want to say, because people's mouth kind of drops whenever they're like, why are you using $30 lashes? Well, I use them more than once. I use them a good amount. I've probably used these about 20 times, and that's not a joke. I just take off the glue and they're perfect. They're so well constructed and so well made, and they look so pretty and natural, and I love them. Anyway, but that's why. So don't, if you think about the fact, if you buy an Ardell pair, they're like, I think like what, $5 to $8. So if you're only using them once, you're just throwing away $5 to $8. But if you invest in some like Flutter or Velour or Lily lashes or anything like that, that's a little bit more high scale, you are gonna be able to use it a lot more. Just tear off the glue very carefully, like just hold the lash and just gently pull apart the glue, and you're gonna get your money's worth, and they're ending up gonna be a lot cheaper than Ardell. So, where are my tweezers at? Oh, here they are. Okay. So whenever you're applying false lashes, everybody has their own way. I just get my tweezers. I get right as close to the lash line as humanly possible, and I push them in at the ends, and then I push them in the top. And if you guys notice, the mirror that I'm holding, I am holding it down and I'm looking down. It's the easiest way to do it. If you do it up here, it's a lot harder. So just making sure they are on. Okay, same thing. And remember, I'm sure you guys do this, but I just want to make sure, cut your lashes to your eye length. Mine were already pre-cut because I've worn them a gazillion times. But a lot of times that's people's biggest problem, is that they're not cutting their lashes. So just making sure that you're cutting them really helps. Okay. So they're on, and then you can, if you want, take a little bit. I use the Marc Jacobs black eyeliner and just fill in this little gap right here. So that way it just blends a lot better. And if you notice, I did not do any eyeliner, because if you're using Flutter lashes or something like that, you really don't have to. And that is the final look. And then you just fluff up your hair, which I am gonna do a hair tutorial on this. I heard y'all, so I don't need anybody screaming at me. I am gonna do a hair tutorial. It's the easiest thing in the world, and whenever I show you, you're gonna be like, really? That's it? Cool. But this is finished peach Bellini look. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope y'all all try this at home. If you do, tag me in photos. I wanna see photos. I wanna see what you're doing, how you're doing it. If you have questions, and something isn't going right, please ask me. I really wanna be 100% involved. So I hope you guys like it. Mwah! Bye.